What up YouTube, it's Misery's Company. It is patch day. This is by far the biggest patch that has ever came to Diablo Immortal, and I want to touch on just a little bit, well really everything that just came live in Diablo Immortal right now at sort of like a high level. I'm going to make separate videos that jump into very specific parts because there is it's a lot of depth in this new update, and I want to make sure I cover it all, but just today I want to go over just the high points to make sure you're getting started on the right foot. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Okay, so first things first, when you first load into the game after updating it, you're going to have a new quest that's going to help you unlock this table here, which is of course the new PvP section of the Cursed Towers. So in order to do it, it's a very quick little quest line. There's a part where you have to activate the towers in order. It took me a little bit longer than I would like to admit to figure it out, but basically there's markings on the door of the big tower in the middle. Just click on those same markings on the little towers around it and it'll tell you. I'll also tell you, I don't know if it's right away or after you get a few wrong like I had, but the map in the far right corner right here will also show you. They'll start highlighting in a circle as to which ones you need to do. I don't want to admit how many I got wrong before I noticed that, but it's there. So anyway, once you do that quick little quest line, you will unlock this table, and this is of course where you can see the new PvP part of the Accursed Towers. And currently day one is what we're in right now, which is March 30th, and it's the clan leaders can pick which tower you would like to compete for, most of which I'm sure will go for this legendary tower, which is the one that increases the PvP. So as you can see, it's a legendary effect here, PvP damage by 20% increased. I'm assuming all the top players are going to want this because this is for Battlegrounds, Accursed Towers, Shadow Wars, Rite of Exile, and Challenge of the Immortal. 20% a lot, and that's before we unlock the PvP side of it, which I would assume would increase it. But I don't know for sure, we'll learn more tomorrow. And then of course there's other ones, you can click on them all and see what they are for. Monsters Essence reward, 20% increase to Monsters Essence drop rate from Monsters and Zones, which is also another really good one that I would love to get. But that is the Accursed Towers at just a super high level. So again, today is you select, the clan leaders will select which one you want to fight for. Tomorrow I will make a video on actually fighting for the PvE side of the tower. I'm really excited about this. This is a really awesome addition to the game. I know there's some hesitation or concerns around the PvP. I have similar concerns, but I do want to see how it plays out before I give my sort of feedback via video. So that's the Accursed Towers at a 20,000 feet overview. There's also some changes. There is a new clan Talk to Kain quest line that I will make a separate video on, but that is available to you as well. I will make, like I said, a full video on all of these topics, but I just want to touch on them. So again, you load in, you unlock the table via the quick quest line. If you want to jump into the new legendary one, you can do that, or whatever they called it in the patch notes. Let's go over to the shop. There is some pretty interesting things there. So the featured one, they do have these new limited time, where are they? Bundles over here. So creators treasures, they will unlock in different time spans. Basically these are for the whales, obviously. So $6 gets you the orbs as well as the 2 new gems, the 1-star and 2-star, as well as some other little things. And then these other ones are going to be getting more of the 5-star legendary gem. So it looks like and then this is a 3-star of the legendary gem. So not bad if you're a whale and you're interested in just getting the new gem. Again, I think this new legendary gem is really, really good for demon hunters because it does have a lot to do with your primary attacks. But you can make an argument for a lot of different classes that this could be good for. But demon hunter is definitely the one that it stands out for the most to me. Moving on, and we obviously don't know what the prices are for the rest. Obviously, like I said, these are for the whales because it's not a free-to-play function. Then you still have your normal bundles. But go to cosmetics. No new additions here yet. Services, they did add a Prodigy's Path 3. So there is the free option. Make sure you collect this because you do get a bunch of free set gear as well as legendaries that you can either use as fodder or for potential upgrades. And then if you want the paid version, that's where you can get the orbs all the way up and then legendary gems all the way to 680. So again, this is a addition. So we had Prodigy's Path 1, 2, and now 3. The Boon of Plenty did have a change where now you get 600 of the orbs right up front, and you get less of the legendary gems, but you can use the orbs to buy the eternal legendary gems, which is net positive if you ever buy this Boon of Plenty. It's, I guess, slightly better if you had it previously. If you were never interested in it before, you probably are still not interested in it now. So there's that. I want to say that's it for this side of the shop. Let's go and jump over to the events because there is a lot going on. So this is a new event for the Accursed Towers. So log in, obviously purify the towers, you get some additional rewards. So fun stuff here. Week 2, week 3, looks like you do get some additional stuff here, like the Tularik Pearls, which are great. The more events that do this, the better. That means the more 5-star legendary 5-star gems we can get. I don't know why that was hard, but all in all, we don't know what the rest of the week 2, week 3 is, but it's safe to assume it's around the Accursed Towers. Accursed Secrets, this is the one that has been going on. If you've been logging on every day, you should have finished it up, and there's still some additional challenges once you log in, and I've obviously claimed all these. Hungering Moon is back. No changes here with the exception of the blessings. So right here you'll notice the one that generally give you 10% damage while in dungeons. I don't remember ever seeing that. Usually it was a percent magic find, but now that also gives you the actual moon reward for using these, whereas the previous one did not, and then the same one for completing dungeons. So no changes in the collection path here. It looks like it's all about the same. So good stuff, free stuff for basically playing the game. Make sure you do that. Phantom Market. This is a really interesting one. So this is the new sort of pay to, I don't want to say pay to win because it's not pay to win, but the new cross-class cosmetic. So we had the ice one previously. Now they went with sort of a fire theme. You'll notice the wings are a little bit different on this one right away. This one actually changes based off your resonance wings. So I have the tier 2 wings, the white small ones, and they get bigger and bigger once you get additional wings. So you can see like this is like the 3K wings or maybe even the 5K. That's actually the 5K wings up there for sure. This would be the 3K wings. So it is kind of cool that it grows with you. The cosmetic as a whole is really, really sick. But obviously you can probably figure out how much it's going to get just to get you all of these. It's draw 10 and then you unlock all of them. And they go up incrementally with orbs once you get to a certain part. So there's a cosmetic emote. While wearing this armor, a special emote can be activated. I wonder if this is that emote. You get free stuff once you draw, free stuff. Additional rewards when you draw, which is pretty cool. So it looks like it's heating up and then he's on fire and then you get a free thing here. But at that point, you probably want the big one, which is probably gonna be a lot cooler. The kill effect VFX. So once you get a kill thing, once you're stacking your kills, you get that cosmetic there, which is pretty cool, and it is cross-class. It does say Demon Hunter, Wizard, Crusader, Monk, and Necromancer, so I don't know if it'll be good for any future classes or if it's just good for the ones that are current now. That'll be a good question answered not anytime soon until the new class comes out. I will say, however, though, even if you just want to try to get lucky, like this is a rendition of a skin that I already have, and it looks sick. Again, this is one that we already had, and then they have different colors of skins that we have as well, and they actually look pretty sick. I would probably hide the helmet on this because it looks pretty dorky, but yeah, some of them are pretty cool. And then this is another effect this has. So once you use like your ultimate on your autos, it has a changed cosmetic, which is pretty cool. I don't remember the other one having that. Obviously, this is the main cosmetic you're going for. Pretty dope looking. And then this is the new portal. If you saw DM's video where he got it, this is massive compared to what it looks like in this, so it's actually really, really cool. But again, this is obviously for the mega whales, so not something I would recommend to most people. And then apparently you also get the Burning Valor frame cosmetic to let everyone know that you got it. This is the share recall a friend reward system. Make sure you at least copy your share code because you do get this for free when you do that. I don't plan on pushing this out much at all because, I mean, I guess I could use it for my wife to come back to the game if she wanted to. But, you know, it is what it is. I like what they're doing. The rewards could be better. But ultimately, this code is not going to help people come back to the game, but it is what it is. So the Fractured Plane is still here. Make sure you don't sleep on it. Do your normal things. I've done one run so far this week, and I cleared level 15. Got to do the rest as well before reset. Let's see. What else is going on? So we talked about the new events. We showed the legendaries, new legendary gems, the shop update. That's what I want to look at. So if you go down, actually, let's just go to, it'll be faster if I go here. So we talked about the Accursed Towers. Now let's talk about cursed gear. So this is something I thought was really interesting when I first, because I actually unlocked 3 pieces already. So you actually can go here for the cursed properties. Don't fret, you can still click on this little tab up top for your ancestral properties. It's just all properties basically are up here, nicely combined for visual, efficiency, we'll call it. But I go down to my stash here. So I did unlock, hello, stash. Sick. Bug. Okay. Leaving. Krygar. Didn't think that was going to be in the video. Just wanted to activate my stash. But anyway, so I did locate 3 of the cursed gear. and there's a lot of RNG for these cursed gear. They're not better by default. They, you know, and my interpretation is that they would have rolled to a higher degree. So once you get the chance of getting the cursed gear, they are now then better than your regular gear. I got 3 and none of them. What are we doing? All right, let's try relogging. I literally can't. Oh, you can see my background here. Goku Black. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with the game and why I can't open my stash, but I do have 3 pieces. None of them were an upgrade, which is pretty interesting. Wouldn't it be wild if this was like a game-breaking glitch that people just could not activate their stashes anymore? And I caught this. You caught my live reaction on a video. I was gonna edit it out, but you know what? For the memes, we'll leave this part in here. And if you're really interested in seeing the cursed gear, you'll wait till the very end here in a second. And it better load. Stash. Beautiful. All right, so now you can see I did get 3 pieces of the cursed gear. They look really sick, actually. And then the property of it was create a doomed encircling around you. When you use a control skill, enemies take damage every second they remain within the area. The negative is the primary attack damage reduced. The chest piece, none of them are the same, by the way. So when 1,000 Winds deactivates, you send forth a tornado, knocking away and damaging any enemies in its path. Again, so that you would have had the 4-piece 1,000 Winds piece to do that, which is something, but that's not what I have. So I will be using that, but I just want to save these to show you guys. Your primary attacks now have a chance to generate 3 crackling whips that target nearby enemies and deal continuous damage to enemies they hit. So this one could be good, especially with the new set pieces, which I am running. So again, there's a lot of RNG with this, because not only do you have to get, I mean, this is a triple roll, but it's still not even better than what I have. Which kind of stinks. So it's almost like these are weaker in the sense of their attributes, and it could be all RNG. I have no idea. I assume that it is, so I just need to roll a better one, basically. But yeah, it was really interesting. I got 3 of them, and none of them were an upgrade, so that's a little concerning. But we'll see. And then when it comes to the new set pieces, I did save my crafting material in order to get them. So I'm actually actively using the 2-piece of the Banquet of Eyes. So damage dealt to enemies suffering from your damage over time effects increased by 15%. Most of my builds, both farming and dungeon and raid builds, currently at least, have a certain amount of fire skills with them, so I am always going to be using a damage over time effect on enemies. So this is just a pure 15% rather increased damage for me. So I think this was a massive buff for my personal character. Unfortunately, I did not roll great pieces for them, so I actually dropped my combat rating by over 100 for equipping them, but I do want to test them out. I did play a little bit. I have not tested out the new dungeon, but I played just other dungeons to do some of my dailies, and I could definitely tell the difference in how much damage I was doing, especially to bosses. Speaking of new dungeons, so it is a thing. The new dungeon is here. It is, where are we at? It is called the Dread Reaver. It is worth 20 battle points. I have not ran it yet to see if it's truly too long. I'm assuming because it's 20, it's gonna be a little bit longer than some of the 15 ones. But I have seen, I want to say Echo Gaming ran his already, and it looks pretty quick actually. And some of the mechanics look pretty sick. So I will be running that and recording that live as well. I did want to get this video just up and out there so you guys could see my initial reaction based off of it. Overall, I think this was a phenomenal update. A ton of additional content for both PvE, PvP, and really anyone and everyone that plays the game, including whales, light spinners, free to play. So all in all, this is a massive W in my book. I know there are concerns about certain aspects of these changes, especially the clan stuff. Again, I am waiting to see what actually happens before I make a video about that. But let me know what you're most excited about in the new update, if anything, or if you think it was a massive L. I'd be very surprised if you did, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. I truly think this was a really cool update, and I cannot wait to play more of the content. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Until next time, lock it in.